like to apologize for the ongoing audio problems that we're experiencing. This question comes from us from Twitter, and it goes along the lines of what you folks have been talking about already. Ideologically, you've talked about the most important issues facing the school. If you could make one physical positive change about Carroll, what would it be?
Well, one change that I'm already trying to do is I'm an avid runner. I'm a Warrior Dash runner, and I'd like to get more people involved in the event of Warrior Dash and stuff like that, to have more teamwork and everyone to come out and meet new people. You really open up when you're in those events, and it's you get to travel out with people and you get to roll around in mud, and just it's a team building activity. You have to climb over walls and everything, and it's a way to just have fun and just forget about school.
People think that students are the most important part of the school, and they really are, but teachers are too. And they need to put their voice out. So I think that we need to go around and find out what they need too, not just the students, because a lot of times that's covered here. There's so many resources. But I think the teachers need resources too, because I mean, they come here every day and they have a life, but they may need help just as much as the students.
I would change some tutoring and help things as well. I would add more tutoring, so I feel like people challenge themselves a little bit more. I feel like some of my friends right now are not pushing themselves, a lot of them. But I think that adding more tutors and adding more office hours for teachers will encourage students to push themselves more to, like Rachel said, move on and all that stuff.
Well, personally, I think that to physically change the campus, maybe adding gardens or something out front where we can, or just an area where we can go stand and relax and just breathe in fresh air and take a moment to collect ourselves after classes and just have a very peaceful environment would be very beneficial for students. They would be able to feel more relaxed, they would clear their minds after classes, and it would even just be something to maybe have a gardening club or some type of activity that you could associate with it to calm students down.
I also agree that the campus can, there can be some physical changes with it, because I know that some students, there's not enough parking room when you go to the parking lot, and you kind of park in Narnia because there's not a parking space. So, I mean, also making it a better kind of environment, more plants and stuff, kind of, again, feeling good, coming to college.
Since we are a community college, I think we should get more involved with the community. We already do a lot with the community, but maybe promote events to the community, invite them in, kind of show them what we're all about, promote us, but also give back to them. Maybe for different events, donate all the proceeds to some local charity, things like that. Just try to get the community more involved, because if we help them, they'll help us.
Well, I'm going to go back to the very first thing that was mentioned with Warrior Dash, being that big advocate for all and everything that's Veterans Association. I'd love to see a obstacle course, which would, anybody that's been in the Army or any branch of the military has gone through an obstacle course. And that would be another way, like I was saying earlier, to unify everybody. Get as many people out there, have the vets that are, or somebody that's in the National Guard or the Reserves help run an obstacle course and put everybody through it. I think it'd be great. Keep yourself healthy, and plus it's just a lot of fun.
This question comes from an audience member. How do you plan to integrate the student body and engage part-time and evening students?
To engage part-time and, what did you say again? Part-time and full-time?
Evening.
Part-time and evening. There's plenty of individuals that are on student government as it is already. I'm sure that there are part-time and full-time, part-time and evening students that are trying their best to participate. Just go around and talk, just walk up to people and just talk to them. Just walk up to somebody, introduce yourself. Hi, I'm Michael Metzbauer. Running for student government or on the student government board. Just walk up and start talking to people. It doesn't It doesn't take, it's not that hard. People worry about it the most, the public speaking, but just walking up and introducing yourself to somebody. Next thing you know, you already met with one person. Do it again. Walked up to somebody else. It's just talk. And don't be afraid of what you're going to get back.
I think a good way to integrate the whole student body would be like have events on the weekends or like at various times of day, so a larger variety of people can participate. Definitely on the weekends, like try to hold like family things, because I know a lot of like the evening students, they might be parents that are just going back to college and they want to get involved, but they're busy, they have a family to feed at night. So things on the weekends that they could bring their families to, family-friendly events, would definitely help with that.
I think that using the internet to kind of bring evening and morning students like together is also like a good way. I know that the Carroll website does a really good job of like keeping people updated with all the events that are going on, but maybe we can have like a separate kind of like a reminder, kind of like a website or something that could just like, because I know pretty much everyone maybe uses like the internet, so it's like a good way to keep updated about stuff, and also having like events in the morning as well as the evening, you know, kind of bringing the students like together. You'll find someone in the morning that you will find in the night, you know, like evening students, so I think that's like a good way too.
As was already said, families, like parents will come in for evening classes because of children, but also people that have to work full-time to pay for their tuition, to pay for housing and insurance. I believe that we could rally them online by having like maybe a link sent out, like a Facebook connection, and we could advertise events that could even sponsor different holidays, like we're having Halloween soon. We could have thematic whole family events that would be somewhat traditional for families, so that way it would feel more natural, and it would also encourage a lot more people to come out, like if they could bring friends too, so, and then we could all meet one another and feel comfortable at the same time, so I think that's what we could do.
Well, Jessica pretty much said everything I wanted to say, but I was going to say, have activities throughout the day, all different times. I know a lot of activities are usually like in the middle of the day, and I know people that, you know, maybe work in the day and do night classes, or parents, and they won't be able to go to those events. So definitely make sure that the events vary different times so we can get more people involved.
If we want people in like night classes and people that are part-time here to come to events, I think we should actually ask them when they can come. Not just like put events in the morning, put events at night. Like find out what works best for them. Like put a survey online, have flyers out. Even like a blog would help. Like just find out when they're available so they can come.
I agree with Rachel 100%. And just like I was a concurrent enrollment student last year, so I was here for like part of the day, and trying to come to the events was really difficult because I had a class that started at noon, and it seemed like all the time the events was like at 12:30. So when Cold Stone would roll around and everyone wants free Cold Stone, it was really hard to go when you had class. And it's like, I agree that we should have surveys, because I don't think like 12:30 would be the best time. I know they're trying to like figure out like when is the best time for students, but I feel like the surveys would help, and so we can have just more than one time, so people like me who may have classes at 12:30 can probably go and like go to the events, meet new people, and probably get like the Cold Stone or the free cotton candy or whatever is out there.